Good morning, my dear students. How are you? Fine. Okay, boys. Also, I am very fine. And boys, come to the point. For today, our topic will be chemical property of metals and non-metals. As you know, in first video, I discussed before you about the definition of metals and non-metals on basis of their chemical property, and there we learned a metal is an electropositive element and a non-metal is an electronegative element. Okay, now students, today I will talk with you about the chemical properties of metals and non-metals, and this will be very important topic for you on examination point of view. Okay, before I start chemical property, I want to tell you about some atomic characteristics of metal and non-metal. Atomic characteristics, it means characteristics of metallic atom and characteristics of non-metallic element. Okay, students, in atomic characteristics, atomic characteristics, atomic characteristics, first point that I want to say here before you, in the atoms of metals, the number of electrons in its outermost orbit is 1, 2, 3. Means you can say metallic atoms have 1, 2, 3 valence electrons. In the valence shell of metallic atom, electrons are from 1 to 3. So in first you can say metallic atoms have 1 to 3 valence electrons. 1 to 3 valence electrons. Whereas non-metallic atoms have more than 3 valence electrons. And students, on this very basis also you can define metal and non-metal. You can say metal is that element which has 1 to 3 electrons in the outermost orbit of its atom, and non-metal is that element which has more than 3 electrons in the outermost orbit of its atom. So on this very basis also you can define metal and non-metal. Okay, in the atoms of metals, number of valence electron is 1 to 3. Valence electron, you must know about valence electron. Valence electrons are those electrons which are present in the outermost orbit of the atom. So outermost orbit electrons are said to be valence electrons. So in metallic atom, in case of metallic atoms, these numbers are from 1 to 3. For example, sodium is a metal because in the outermost orbit of sodium atom there is 1 electron. In similar way, magnesium is also a metal because in its outermost orbit there are 2 electrons. Aluminium is also a metal because in the outermost orbit of aluminium there are 3 electrons. So students, metallic atoms have 1 to 3 electrons in their valence shells. Keep in mind. And non-metallic atoms have more than 3 electrons. For example, chlorine. The atomic number of chlorine is 17. So if you distribute these electrons according to Bohr and Bury scheme in the outermost orbit, there are 7 electrons. So chlorine is regarded as a non-metal. 7 electrons more than 3. So non-metal. Sulfur too is a non-metallic element because in its outermost orbit there are 6 electrons. Oxygen is also non-metallic element because it also contains 6 electrons in the valence shell. So students, non-metallic atoms have more than 3 electrons in their valence shells. Keep in mind. Okay. Second point, students, ionization energy of metals are low, whereas ionization energy of non-metals are high. Due to low ionization energy of metallic atoms or metals, metals have tendency to lose electrons when they go to react in reaction field. Whereas due to high ionization energy, non-metallic atoms have tendency to gain electrons during the reaction and form negative ion. So second point, metallic atom. Second point, the ionization energy. The ionization energy, which is also expressed as IE. This is the abbreviated form of ionization energy. The ionization energy of metallic atoms are low, whereas non-metallic atoms high. Non-metallic atoms high. And due to low ionization energy, metal prefer to lose electron and form positive ion. And due to high ionization energy, non-metals prefer to gain electron and form negative ion. Okay. Now students, let me explain about the ionization energy. What is ionization energy? Students, ionization energy is the amount of energy that is required to remove the most loosely bound electron in outermost orbit of an isolated atom, of an isolated gaseous atom. In isolated gaseous atom, to remove the most loosely bound electron in the outermost orbit of that atom, whatever energy is needed, that very energy is said to be ionization energy of that element or of that metallic atom. Simply, you should know ionization energy is the energy needed to remove an electron from outermost orbit of an element. Okay, so students, in case of metal, this energy is low, so there becomes easier to knock out the electron from outermost orbit. But in case of non-metals, you are looking here high value of ionization energy. That is why from the outermost orbit of non-metallic atom to remove electrons is not easy, it becomes difficult, and that's why they prefer to gain electrons than to lose electrons. And that's why metals lose electrons and non-metals gain electrons. So students, these points also should be kept in mind. Okay? Now, come to the topic. And topic, already I have written there, chemical properties of metals and non-metals. First property, reaction with oxygen. Oxygen means A. Reaction with A. Reaction with. Students, almost all metals react with air to form their oxides. Almost all metals react with air to form their oxides. However, students, the rate of reaction varies in case of different metals. Although all metals react with air, but the rate of reaction is not similar. And this is because some metals are more reactive, some metals are less reactive, some metals are least reactive. So, as metals are not equally reactive, that's why their reaction with air is also different. But they react. So, for example, form oxides, form respective oxides, respective oxides. ठीक है? For respective oxides with different rate of the reaction, and the cause of different rate of reaction, I told you, cause is reactivity of metals. As all metals are not equally reactive, that's why their rate varies with air. Okay? For example, students, sodium is a metal and it is very reactive metal. Why very reactive metal? Because sodium reacts with air violently, react with air violently, explosively, even at room temperature, and form their oxides, which is sodium oxide. Let me write the balanced chemical equation. So this is the balanced chemical equation, sodium oxide. Okay, and that's why students, you can see here reaction, and sodium even at room temperature reacts violently with air. That is why sodium is not exposed to air, because it catches fire, it starts burning. Sodium never should be exposed in air. Very reactive. Okay, in similar way, students, you can say magnesium is also a metal, reacts with air. But students, magnesium does not react with air at room temperature. It reacts with air when heated, when we supply heat. heat and for its respective oxides, and that is magnesium oxides. So students, you are looking here, in case of sodium, even at room temperature, this reaction is taking place violently, but in case of magnesium, on heating this reaction takes place. So you can conclude here, sodium is more reactive than magnesium. So conclusion, what we are learning here? We are learning here sodium is reactive than magnesium. Sodium is reactive than magnesium. Okay? Students, there are also some metals which react with air only when they are heated prolonged. For example, copper. Copper is a least reactive metal, and copper reacts with air when copper is heated prolonged in air, and then only it reacts with air and forms its oxide, and that is copper oxide. So we can say that as copper reacts with air on prolonged heating, so copper is a least reactive metal. Copper is a least reactive metal. So students, the reactivity series that you study in your book, reactivity of metals has been made on the basis of their reaction, on the basis of their reactivity towards air, towards acid, towards water. सो एयर के रिएक्शन के आधार पर, वाटर के साथ रिएक्शन के आधार पर, एसिड के साथ रिएक्शन के आधार पर रिएक्टिविटी सीरीज ऑफ मेटल्स हैज बीन इंट्रोड्यूस्ड बिफोर अस that in study in your textbook. Okay, so this is the reaction. Students, as time has been up, so I am concluding here, and this topic will be continued. The first reaction I put before you, and wait for the second and third reactions in my next class. Thank you very much.